Have you ever wondered how a small act of kindness can come back to you in unexpected ways? Let's delve into a tale of two boys studying at Stanford University. Many years ago, these two students were working their way through college when they found themselves in a financial bind. Their funds were running low, and they needed to find a creative solution to keep their dreams alive. Their big idea? To host a piano recital featuring the renowned pianist, Ignacy Paderewski. The plan was to use the funds raised from this concert to pay their board and tuition. The challenge, however, was that Paderewski's manager asked for a guarantee of $2,000, a substantial amount at the time. Despite the risk, the boys agreed and set out to promote the concert. They worked tirelessly, only to find that they had grossed a mere $1,600. In the face of potential ruin, they approached Paderewski with the truth. Faced with the disappointing news, Paderewski made a choice that would change their lives. Rather than accepting the boys' hard-earned money and promissory note, he chose a different path. A path that was less about money and more about people. He tore the note in two, a symbolic act that turned the tide of their fortunes. Instead of leaving them in debt, he returned the entire $1,600 to them. But he didn't stop there. He instructed them to deduct their expenses from this amount and keep 10% of the balance as payment for their hard work. The rest, he said, was his to keep. A fraction of what he was initially promised, yet he accepted it with grace. This was Paderewski's response to their predicament. A response that was not just about forgiving a debt, but about investing in their future. An act of kindness that was as unexpected as it was transformative. Little did they know, this act of generosity would echo into the future. Years later, Paderewski, now a political leader, found himself in desperate need. War had ravaged Poland, leaving thousands starving and in dire straits. Paderewski, driven by a deep sense of responsibility, sought help from every corner of the globe. His plea reached the ears of Herbert Hoover, a name now associated with the US Food and Relief Bureau. Hoover, hearing of the plight in Poland, responded swiftly. Tons of food were dispatched, a lifeline thrown to a nation on the brink. The people of Poland, their spirits lifted, ate, and regained strength. After the famine had been averted, Paderewski made his way to Paris, a journey born out of gratitude. He wanted to personally thank Hoover for his timely assistance. But as Paderewski thanked him, Hoover's response took him by surprise. "That's all right, Mr. Paderewski," said Hoover. "Besides, you don't remember it, but you helped me once when I was a student at college, and I was in trouble." But this wasn't just a political favor. It was the return of a good deed. When Paderewski thanked Hoover for his help, he received a surprising response. Hoover's face softened into a warm smile as he looked at the man before him. "That's all right, Mr. Paderewski," he said. "Besides, you don't remember it, but you helped me once when I was a student at college, and I was in trouble." Imagine Paderewski's surprise, learning that the young man he had helped all those years ago was now the one extending a hand in his time of need. The act of kindness he'd shown, born out of compassion and understanding, had returned to him in an extraordinary way. This is the power of kindness, a force that transcends time and circumstance, connecting us in ways we could never predict. Goodness has a way of coming back. That is the nature of the beast. One doesn't have to do good with a desire to get back. It just happens automatically. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.